Hello, Henel here, and today we are going into the next game, which is Broken Alliance. It's an strategy RPG, and it is, yeah, funnily enough, from the makers of Death in Texas, if you have heard of that game, where you played Death in a very mundane and funny way. And yeah, this seemed to me like, in the first look at it, well, I wouldn't call it a clone, but it looked like a bit of Heroes in Might and Magic, and I love Heroes in Might and Magic. And so we want to look into this one. This is still in development, but the game is coming out on the 24th October in early access. So, well, let's jump right in here, and by the time you see this, it should be out.
Of the brine of the vast and unfathomable ocean. It has not been an easy journey, though not the worst you've had either. Still, you felt the shift on the road. Times have grown tense and perilous. The factions quarrel, threatening reprisal over any transgression, insult, grievance. They threaten each other with war. They threaten the future of Vale itself. Yet, there is, as always, a glimmer of hope. If the leaders of the four factions agree to attend the gathering, if they find a peaceful way out of this peril. And so, Anchorage, the first on your list, draws closer with every step. Onwards then, emissary. Beside you stands Prior, the silent apostate. Ahead awaits your other companion, Yorick, the Elden Hawk, having returned from his reconnoiter.
What the fuck is a reconnoiter? Never heard that word before. Let me quick check that. Okay, so reconnoiter is a different word for explore, find out, scout. Yeah, so that's interesting. Never heard that before. Anyway, let's continue. Move the camera with WASD and arrow keys. And oh, wait a minute. And click where you want them to go, or drag your hero onto a clear ground character or building. Hover your mouse over the quest bar to open it. Double click on your commander icon below to open the army screen. Okay, let's see that one. Talk to Anchorage leader. Fine. I want to see my army. Oh. I thought I can see my army. Ah, double click. So here's Anais the emissary. No artifacts, nothing equipped. And the army itself comprises of a prior. And that is it. Can we put him somewhere? Yes, we can. Don't know what these mean. We just put them in here. And we want to go... Oh, it lags sometimes, the game. Let me just put the sounds a bit down. It's a bit much. So, where do we want to go? What's the direction? Okay, here's rubble, so of course we do not go there. Funny. What is this? Southward, a rocky coast. Eastward, Skytheim. Well, let me just move, and we move. Doesn't seem to be a turn timer here. So it's really an RPG-esque army thingy. Let me see.
Yorick, your compatriot on many expeditions. His armor covered in dust and bramble. A bold warrior. He came on the journey for the same reason you did. For all the banter, he also strives for peace. In actual war, warriors do not last for long.
Took you long enough, emissary? Was beginning to think you got yourself lost without me.
The scales of his armor clink as he attempts to shake the dust from it.
And we know you can't rely on Prior there. He can't find a path even when standing on it.
Prior gestures at Yorick in a way which can only be interpreted as vulgar, then grins.
Worry not, friends, the road looks clear. No foes in sight. A shame, too. I wanted to fight something.
You all get a chance before we reach Mount Ishros. I'd bet gold on that. Okay.
Will you? I wouldn't mind a good payday.
Not this time. Can't make life too easy for you. Anything else to report?
Nothing but... Oh, seems calm enough. The easterly road will lead us to Skithheim.
Skithheim. Okay. Let's get going then. Time is of the essence. We get Yorick the Eldenhawk. So he's part of our army now, probably? Yes, he is. Okay. This looks like a range and this looks like a melee. Don't know if this is front, back, side. What is what? We wanna go to the city, right? What is if I go here? Talk to Anchorage leader. Yeah, where's Anchorage? Is this Anchorage? Ah, they won't let me pass here. Okay, so this way it is. Has a bit of a tabletop-y feeling to it. Okay, we move, and we move on. And over here, what is this? Is there something here? Cannot click anything, cannot see anything. There's a fire here. Can we go there? No, it's just for show, it seems. There's someone.
You see a shield maiden, noble fighter of Anchorage, protector of the people, come flame and storm. Her armor gleams in the frigid sunlight as she brushes the mane of her war horse.
The sawmill is off limits. If you wish to use it, bring approval from High Inquisitor or near.
Okay. Oh, what is this? There's something.
The ruined half of a wooden bridge lies ahead. The river Elivahar flows down from the towering mountains in the west, cutting through Anchorage lands on its way to the ocean.
Ugh, no way across, unless we want to go for a little swim.
I'd rather not. Let's find resources to build the bridge.
Will suffice. Plenty of it to go around. Bound to be a sawmill somewhere.
Yeah, we don't have the resources. So, and we can only go to the sawmill with the High Lord's orders. Oh, it's lagging if I move over. Southward is Skithheim and eastward is Sawmill. Northward is a portal. Okay, so back to the city it is. This is not a city, right? I can't do something here. No. Okay, then we move here.
Behold
Ah.
the gates of Skithheim, mighty capital of Anchorage. Guards patrol the ramparts while banners in blue cerulean turquoise flutter overhead. You hear the booming call of a horn, and the gates slowly begin to open, granting you entrance into its wind-stricken streets.
Cool. Okay. So the first one didn't work, but this one did work. Fine. What is this?
The interior of the town hall is designed to display the splendor of Anchorage. The walls are adorned with murals of historical battles and triumphant victories, some perhaps more dubious than others. The central gallery cutting through the hall is lined with intricate sculptures of legendary Einherjar, gifted to the Herseer of Anchorage by masterful Trollkin artisans. The figure waiting by the hearth is aged, his beard grey. Yet he still stands proud and tall, the honored High Inquisitor of Anchorage, leader of the Alliance through endless hardships. He turns to face you, one eye smirking.
Emissary, Ravens have foretold of your arrival.
His severe voice is undercut by a tinge of mockery.
Scouts and outriders, I take it.
He shrugs in reply.
Well, we didn't try to trek across your land unseen, so I applaud them for their perceptiveness. I'll take it you know why I've come.
A gathering of the leaders of Aeol in the ruins before Ishros. A common ground, notably, watched over by the specters of our ancestors. Tell me, who set you on this little expedition?
That's not for me to say.
How enigmatic. But it does pique my interest a fair bit.
So, will you attend the gathering?
I'm considering it. I am, after all, a man of peace. The Alliance of Anchorage was formed to safeguard stability and order, and I won't be the one to betray my forebears. We'll make sure the factions stay in line. In their blind recklessness, they dabble with magic, putting all of us in danger. Deceivers and trespassers.
He trails off, mumbling off a slew of unclear indictments, then snaps his attention back to you.
However, to tell the truth, I'm not convinced you'll make it to the mountain. Path is dangerous.
Yorick fails in his attempt to stifle a derisive snort.
This Elden Hog may be of warrior stock. Well, that remains to be seen. First, prove yourself worthy by defeating my warrior at the sawmill. If my shield maiden reports of your honorable victory, I will attend the gathering. Besides, you need wood to rebuild a bridge that was recently swept away by a deluge.
If this is how to prove our fortitude, then so be it. My thanks, High Inquisitor.
I've always wanted to battle a Valkyrie. Suppose a shield maiden will have to do.
Okay, so we want to go fight her now. But first, let's see what's down here. Nothing I can go to. Except for this door. Okay, I could close it, fine. And down here.
A gale blows in from the ocean. Waves crash into the stone of the stays, in a constant battle between land and sea. The port ahead holds rows upon rows of skiffs, sloops, trade cogs, galleys, longships, rapid vessels of war for cutting through treacherous waters. At the farthest dock you see the pride of Anchorage's armada, Ichthyanir, the fastest flagship ever built, with armament to match. Or near the third, the Protector aims to hold control over the ocean. Closer now, the many kin of Anchorage move to and fro, busy with their routine. Folks bustle between warehouses and boats, carrying goods on and off. Salt-bitten sailors sit on benches, smoking herbs with acrid smell. A stunning siren glides by, followed by her retinue of warriors, their eyes glinting with a warning of violence. Or is it something else? No one else pays the group much attention. The lighthouse calls ships home. The bitter sting of the frigid sea wind brings a tear to your eye.
Okay. So nothing else to do here. And we move on. I couldn't enter the other city. So I think we are going for the battle now. Move up, move up. We already saw her. It's up here. Here she is.
You see a shield maiden, noble.
Welcome, emissary. Talk of your quest seems to be spreading fast. Are you tough enough for what lies ahead?
Don't underestimate us, lass. In my time, I've fought worse than you.
That's what we're here to find out, Sir Hog.
The Shield Maiden mounts her horse, preparing her armaments.
Defeat me in honorable combat, and you may continue your quest. If you fail here, you will be no match for the dangers that lie ahead.
There we go, Yorick. I kept up my promise of a fight.
Wish we'd had that bed. Oh, I'd be sleeping on a mound of golden coins tonight.
Yorick chomps on a mushroom, then readies his mace and shield. Prior, solemn for once, arms crossed in front of his chest, bows deeply to the Shield Maiden.
Okay, fight. In combat, start by choosing a card from your deck, then select one of your champions to use a card. After select the target based on the type. Okay. Drag your champions into the hexes to deploy them. Click OK to start combat. So he's down here. Let's put him here and him up here. Don't know what that does. Pyre is a ranged unit and can attack from afar. Yorick is a melee tank and can only attack enemies next to him. Yeah, sounds as I figured. Oh, what? Oh, okay, interesting. Fine. What is this? Crippling attack. Target is crippled, 50% damage for 2 turns. Stamina cost 1. Where do that's the stamina. Okay. Attack. Attack. Move and move. Can I attack? Select it on which to play the card. Select the target to activate a card. Okay, so that's too far away. Fine. Move him. Here, I guess. Yeah, that's what I figured. Then let's move him here. How far away? Still too far away. Yeah. Fine, next turn. Attack, no retaliation, okay. So we continue. Unit gains, okay. You want that. Easy.
The Shield Maiden raises her blade in resignation, then thrusts it into the ground, a sign of respect from a noble guardian of Anchorage. She brushes her auburn hair away from her face.
Well fought, emissary. You have proven your mettle. Be careful, though, on your path. The creatures of Slaumir are not to be trusted. The magic of Phobos is noxious.
We'll manage. The chance of diplomacy is too important to waste.
We hope you may
Oh,
use the
sorry.
sawmill.
She picks up her sword and sheathes it, turning to leave.
Okay, in we go. Yes.
Wood from the forests that cover Ale, used for construction, fuel, tools, and weapons. Abundant and versatile. Alongside ore, it is the... Yet be wary of excessive logging, Worm's paradise. It may draw the wrath of the Earth Mother, for trees also...
And we go in here. The lag, whenever it changes.
Building a bridge is not easy, but after some hearty labor, the task is done. Not a moment too soon, the thought crosses your mind. And you didn't fall into the water once. The road to the portal heads due north.
Oh, okay. Now you tell me. Okay, that shows me the door. This one I cannot. Yeah, okay. It's gold.
The piece of gold glints in the sunlight. A precious mineral used for trade all across Ale. Mortals dig for it. Mortals mold and process it. Mortals fight and die over it. A mere substance of the soil, its value is arbitrary, based on that very glint and the tacit agreement between mortals who have deemed it to have value. Still, one cannot deny, especially when holding a piece of gold between their fingers, the powerful effect it has.
I'm interested to see if the whole game is...
The portal of teleportation is a stone platform, raised slightly above the rest of the ground. Its surface, ancient and scarred, is covered with various unknown symbols and glyphs. The air around the platform throbs and pulses with vast magical energy.
Never been fond of these. Teleportation's not a natural way to travel.
Yorick shudders, his spines bristling.
Makes it much faster though, for all the good and ill it brings.
Makes me queasy in the stomach is what it does. It doesn't feel right.
You sure it's not all those mushrooms you keep gobbling down?
Yorick snorts, then wags his finger. Queasy it may be, but it solves the issue of long-distance travel for the time being. Step onto the platform and jump into the abyss, emissary.
Okay, let's move on. Alt shows us interactions. Northward to Cormine, eastward to Tenebrae, and westward to Portal.
Oh, we have to go to Tenebrae.
All of the leaders have to attend, or there's no point in to negotiation.
Aye, but these Verbosians give me the jitters.
A faint shiver passes through Yorick's spiny backside. Prior, his brow furrowed, signs of criticism, followed by a question.
You just haven't met enough of them, especially the prophets and their ilk. The flock, I mean, the orderlies who run Phobos. Suppose they're trying to unnerve us on purpose, crafting a facade of intimidation. Well, it works, that's for sure.
They're just like any of us. Come on now, we've lingered too long. Good, let's move on. Nothing we can do. We can also not... Oh, what is this?
The vast chasm of the quarry looms ahead, a pit of pitch-black darkness. No light escapes from its depths. Across the quarry, you see a row of creatures, minuscule like ants, scurrying on a footpath, heading to toil in the darkness. You shout a greeting across the chasm, but get no reply. Not even an echo. Sound disappears into the dark alongside light, never to return. Several cranes tower above the quarry pit, ready to lift out the wealth from below. Minecars dangle from hooks, with the crimson of blood iron glinting like red stars against a cosmic backdrop.
Okay, so that's a resource for later on, I guess. As blood iron is down here. Nothing to interact with. There's something.
The ominous town hall of Tenebrae looks far more pleasant on the inside. The walls are covered with colorful tapestries. On them, various strange creatures posing in unnerving ways. doing unidentifiable acts. Yet there is something lively about all of them. The craft of these is remarkable, the material smooth and soft, woven of spider silk spun by the horrors of Phobos. In the middle of the hall stands a shadowy creature, one of the prophets, arms raised in greeting. Dark obscurity surrounds them in the form of a mantle, a multitude of eyes intermittently blinking within it.
A guest in our citadel.
Their voice echoes through the hall, the direction it's coming from difficult to discern.
Welcome, visitor, and partake in our hospitality. What brings you to us?
A gathering of leaders at Mount Ishros to talk of peace and ease the tensions at the old ruins.
Ah, certainly. Age-old capital of the forgotten people. But we remember. Nothing but dust now. Nothing but dust. Is dust what we will one day also become? Or are we dust already? Lacking comprehension, animated only by the potency of magic.
The umbral mantle around the prophet whirls with increasing speed.
So then, emissary, we take it you wish us to attend?
Yes, everyone is needed.
But what is this peace to us? We, children of Phobos, followers of the hallowed creator, ever tormented by our neighbors, hated by the other factions for who we are, what we are. They come at us with blade and spear and axe and spell, to kill us and to steal from us, because they feel it. Fear of the unknown. Dark times are ahead, but we embrace change. We thrive in it. That is our strength.
Then share this with the others. You have legitimate complaints, I agree. This is what the gathering is for.
An eruption of laughter booms from every direction of the hall at once.
Alas, would that we could see trouble already brews. The road to our portal is blocked, and our mana refinery seized from us. If you would be so kind to reconquer it, then surely one good deed will be met with another. The refinery will provide enough mana to clear the way, though where you get a spell is not our concern.
Don't you have troops and workers for this kind of work?
The many eyes narrow in what feels like ridicule.
Alright, I'll help. Have your word, you'll come to the gathering.
Murmur of madness nods.
Before I go, you already knew who I was and what I came here before I arrived, didn't you?
Murmur of madness stands in silence, but you can still sense the mischievous smile that isn't there. They wave you to depart.
Okay, this seems to be a city. What is this?
Tower of Magic, wherein warlocks and conjurers explore the possibilities of spell casting. Here, spells can be bought for a hefty price. But today, due to the nature of your quest, the Phobosians gift you a spell free of charge.
How lovely. I think that's our spellbook, I guess. Combust. Chance to either kill a target instantly or deal 50% of their maximum damage and inflict burning. The tile the unit stands on cover to converts to Phobos terrain. Can be cast on obstacles to destroy them. That's the only spell we have. Is this a 1 or once? Okay, that's it. Nothing else here. Let's move out. find this well. They need replenishing. Northward, Mana Refinery, Portal is southward, and westward is a Tenebrae. So this is probably what is
The road to
blocking.
the portal
Yeah.
is blocked. Vast chunks of rubble have fallen.
And we move to the refinery. There's an enemy, and
Before
behind.
the Mana Refinery lies a makeshift camp. Accursed raiders await you, weapons primed. Golden bronze plating glimmers in the rays of the sun. To your surprise, these are forged troopers.
Recommendation. Leave now, whoever you are.
The observer slowly glides a few paces towards you, his mechanical tentacles swaying in the breeze.
We can take him. Fancy Forge Tech won't stand up to a solid blow from my mace.
Fairly agitated, Prius signs for caution. His motions catch the eye of the observer. The scale plating on its tentacles flare up, then subside.
Apostate. Unexpected to see you in present company. It will not restrain us from what must be done.
Prior gestures a sequence of messages to the observer, who proceeds to ignore the Kemdi rebel.
Explain yourself, Forgekin. Why are you raiding in Slogmer?
None of your concern. A warning was delivered. Ignored. Prepare for combat.
And in we go. Okay, let's bring this guy over here. Oh, wait a minute. This way. So. There is... This is a range. And this is a melee. And I guess this is the range he can walk through. Okay. We've got Berserk for 3 turns. Attack. And what is this? Power Bash. Caster does base damage to target and pushes them 2 tiles. Okay. We move you up. And we move him... how far? He's gonna get shot anyway. Move him here. And then attack with him here. Power Bash, Berserk. Give him a Berserk. And next turn he can do damage. 5 damage is fine. Okay, this time we do not do much damage. We attack. And we attack again. That's what's the retaliation, I guess. Then we take him, move him a step back, and attack. Okay, so... Ow. Now we're coming for you. Now you attack this. Attack it again. And it's gone. And what is this? Attack, no retaliation. Is this cover? No, doesn't count as cover. Okay. Fine. Move him here. Move him close. Power Bash next turn. Crippling attack. Lower damage. And attack. Can he shoot? Yes, he can. Okay. It's not like in Heroes where when you are close to something, you are close to a melee. Okay, no retaliation. Bam. And you do an attack. And we move you out of his range. Yeah. Oh, okay. At least it's only one attack. Gone. Do they keep their damage?
Troopers lie defeated in the grey dust. You gaze at the motionless mechanical frame of the observer. Nothing to indicate it had ever been alive. No liquid spilled. A gust picks up flakes of the wooden shell of the tronco. You consider how much trouble this means for the state of Aeol. Another outrage for Murmur of Madness to bring to the gathering. Prior stands farther away, his back awkwardly tense, cleaning his weapon. Not paying any attention to the remains of the fallen, straining to do so.
A challenge after all. We could use a chance to recover from the bruises.
Yorick grunts, rubbing his shield arm. A trace of blood smears his forehead.
Verdant Vale is next. Pico will surely be gracious, as he knows he's known to be.
Indeed. Throw me into the radiant wellsprings of Viridis, please. I'll never leave that warm embrace. You okay, Briar? Paradise beckons. Did you hear?
Prior turns to face Yorick, nods.
Come then. What are we waiting for? Let's get a move on.
Somehow the speech of the Yorick the Elbenhawk, it seems familiar, or the voice seems familiar.
Blood iron deposits are common throughout Slaumir, the blighted.
Slaumir, okay.
Many are familiar with its crimson hue and sharp edges, as if the mineral itself wants to injure those who grasp for it. Blood iron is considered a vile substance, as the prophets of Phobos use it to fuel their rituals. And true, blood iron has many uses. The consequences depend on the user. It is the lifeblood of the land, taken form, its striking beauty only amplified by its dangerous nature.
And
The
take
mother
it.
refinery puffs out fumes of various smells and colors. The space around the building throbs with unnatural power. This is where rare resources can be refined into all-purpose mana.
Okay, I guess I need to tweak the blood iron. Yeah. Okay, and
Process
that's
mana. The greenish powder falls through your fingers, each grain tingling with the power of potentiality. Mana is the material basis for casting powerful spells, bending natural laws to your will, transforming the world itself. It ought to frighten a sober mind that such power is readily available for most. But power blinds, turns people greedy, selfish, willfully obtuse. Much has been destroyed with magic. But then again, much has also been created by it. More than you know.
okay. Now we can use the spellbook. That's what the one meant. We needed 1 mana to play the spell. Cast a spell on this. Oof.
The impact of the spell was more powerful than you assumed. A crater now resides where the pile of rubble used to be.
Whoa, 'twas an explosion and a half.
Magic's not something to trifle with. So warns the Einherjar Council.
Fair point to them. It's why I personally don't trifle with it. Might get my nose blown clear off. And I like my nose. I wager the Forgekin we fought blocked the path when they came through here.
The gambling habit is not going to end well in the long run, Yorick.
The good though. Seems like poor play on their part, rendering them stuck on this side of the world.
Sure, if they did it. If so, maybe they weren't planning to return home. Maybe they were going to somewhere, but where?
Nobody left to ask, unless we ask Meridian.
He shrugs, rubbing his fuzzy chin thoughtfully.
Well, we'll see when the time comes. Let's go. Talk to the Paradise Leader. Do we have to talk to him again? Nothing happening. Okay, can't do much. Fine, we move on. Move, move, move. Move, move, move. Okay, it's not like Heroes Might Magic, it's more like an RPG, story RPG mixed with fighting. I don't have to hold Alt. No. Okay. On to this.
Stand before the gates to verdant vale, blooming capital of paradise. The air hums and buzzes with the vitality of nature. An undescribable diversity of green hues strike your eyes from the thriving lushness of forest and jungle. The gates swing open by unseen means, allowing passage.
Well then, I wanted to see if these guys... Ah, okay, so damage transfers over. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, what do we have? There's something.
The life seed is most often found growing across Viridis, the core territory of paradise. These particular saplings do not easily take root, and few understand why this is so. Coming across a life seed is usually taken as a sign of good fortune, for the vines are known for their myriad healing and cleansing properties.
I think we are getting shown all of the races we can play as, probably.
The town of Verdant Vale twists around you. Colorful plant life, buzzing with a vitality so potent you can nearly feel it with your skin. Trees and flowers, roots and vines all intertwined into dynamic architectural shapes. The whole is lined with 2 rows of pedestals. Upon them, an exhibit of the most intricate jewelry the nimble fingers of paradise are able to craft. A small-statured Wyvern sits on a stump-like seat, attention set on a tiny item in his hand. He wears a vibrant garb made from the fibers of plants only grown in Viridis. His woodcraft mask reveals a wide smile of sharp teeth.
Do you know what this is?
Pico demonstrates the item as you approach, a greenish root-like trinket.
A life seed.
Not quite. Close. Crafted from the shell of a life seed, the root still attached. Excellent material for rings, necklaces, bracelets, the like. Leftover matter from that which nurtures our lives. Not just paradise, but all of Eol. Yourself included. And so we dedicate these small gifts to the Earth Mother. No point letting it go to waste, don't you think?
I suppose not.
But lessons in artistry are not why you are here.
Nope, there's a gathering in the old ruins at Mount Ishrosh. To talk of peace before tensions run too hot.
Ah, wonderful! We must have peace. It's the only way to safeguard nature. To care for life. Such a momentous chance cannot be wasted, of course. But we know the Earth Mother has to give her blessing upon this endeavor. Else we may all succumb to disharmony. A shrine not far from here. Lay upon it the appropriate offering, and you will be granted the benevolence of Aelmar.
And what exactly is the appropriate offer?
That's for you to figure out, my friend.
Pico's mouth widens into a sly grin.
Worry not. Have my booklet on the dialects of paradise. With it, you can decipher the writings on the shrine. A gift from the herb doctors. Given the importance of your quest.
I'm grateful.
In addition, it's clear your travels have been hard. Yet the road to the mountain may hold even more unkind surprises. You won't make it with injured and tired troops. Visit our arm, rest, and heal.
You don't have to tell me twice, Chief.
A quick break will do us all good. Alright, let's go.
No one awaits you in the town hall at the moment.
I would really wonder if the whole thing is narrated, the full game. Northward is the Vale, southward is the Elm, and westward is the shrine to Aelma. Okay, northward is the Vale, so we want to go take this, and move on. Present an offering to the shrine and heal your troops at the Alm. Yeah, that's the Alm, I guess. Buried within the eel's embrace, a giant life to all I grace. The sun's rays in metal form, the treasure sought in calm and storm. I can float upon the sea, but not a vessel that you see. To touch I'm cold, though my color is fire. What am I? A gem of desire. Buried, it's coming from the earth. Grants life to all I grace. The sun's rays in metal form, the treasure sought in calm and storm. I can float upon the sea, but not a vessel that you see. To touch I am cold, though my color is fire. What am I? A gem of desire. I mean, if it's a gem, it could be ruby. Drag resource into the riddle slots in the correct order to solve the riddle. Oh, alright. I grant lamp to all I grace, that's a life seed. The sun's rays in metal form, the treasure sought in calm and storm, that's probably gold. I can float upon the sea, but not a vessel that you see. To touch I'm cold, though my color is fire. What am I? A gem of desire?
The offerings crumble, forming into dust that coats the surface of the tablet, filling in the cuts of the inscriptions. A greenish flash of light blinds you for a moment. The dust vanishes.
That's it, I guess. Can't say I feel as if a godlike blessing has fallen upon me.
Prior blinks away the after effects of the flash of magical light. Shrugs. He gestures down the road.
I should be open if he goes up to his words. The Alm beckons.
Alright, it'll be open. A moment's rest will do us good. I fear Pico is right. The final stretch won't be free of danger. Oh. I misclicked something. Is this the portal? No. The sign said we must go down here for the portal. Cannot interact with it. Let's take this. Oh, what is this?
The path to the portal is guarded by a pack of mothcats, fast and ferocious skirmishers of paradise. Good-natured creatures, so it is said, until you threaten the ideals of the faction. The warden of the mothcats nods at you.
Emissary, we can't allow the use of the portal without authorization from the herb doctor.
Good, that's the portal. Is my troops are not healed. Did I do a mistake? Let's look at this again. So northward, that's north, is Verdant Vale. Southward is the Alm and Shrine to Elma and Portal. Oh. Okay. This is the shrine.
An Alm is a place
And the Alm.
for weary travelers to rest and recover from their injuries. The tavern-like four-hole is a bustle of visitors, a motley of people chatting with each other, occasionally calling for new drinks. At the far end of the hall are doors that lead to the famous pools of paradise.
The road makes one forget what comforts are.
I don't think you'll ever be capable of forgetting that.
I'm a creature of comfort, aye, though folks may not think so looking at me. This is what makes the hardship worth it, you know. Moments of calm between the struggles.
A symbol of our expedition, if you think about it. An attempt to capture peace before it flees our grasp, and the world tumbles into death and discord.
You can stand here and be as pessimistic as you want. I'm going for a swim, and maybe a mug of ale.
Yes, rest up while you can. We can't stay too long. Forge, the final target awaits. Yep. Good. Nothing else here. No, let's go back to... Why it's not working? Did I do something wrong? See through the portal. Yeah, we did everything.
Emissary. Hiko the Exuberant sends his regards. And reminds to be wary of the heretical Forgekin. May the Earth Mother guide you on this quest. Please, use the portal at your will.
Thank you. Stay safe out here.
The warden gestures a salute with her head, then darts off to join the rest of the pack.
And here's the last one.
At the sturdy metal gates of illustrious Lux Superior, capital of Forge. Sunlight glints off the golden surface, blinding any inattentive viewer. Techno-magic turrets guard the corners of the gate, ready to disintegrate any invaders. The gates glide open.
I guess this would be the troops I would play first, or the race. What's this? That's the city.
The gleaming golden-hued walls of the town hall strike you with their overwhelming ostentation. The room itself is straight and angular, surfaces adorned with a hexagonal pattern. An array of podiums partition the hall into sections. Upon these you see a selection of sleek weaponry and unfamiliar technological aggregations, all aesthetically engraved. An oppressively tall and rigid figure stands awaiting, hands clasped in front.
Emissary,
Sorry.
the Order has expected your arrival.
Her voice sounds from the general region of her neck, mechanical, monotone in cadence.
My quest has not been a secret. I expect you know why I'm here.
Word travels fast from one end of Aeol to the other. Mount Ishros beckons those who wish to talk of an accord. We, enlightened of Forge, are the fourth and last on the account. The others have agreed to attend, I gather.
That is so.
I inquire, why should we agree to this?
Even through the fuzzy monotone, you can sense, if not hear, the sneer.
Forge has no need or want for the superstitious atavisms of the other factions. We hover above this banality, sailing upon vast oceans of knowledge and progress. Our sights set to the stars.
Conflict will not help your goals. War and death are the enemies of knowledge. We have to stop the discord before it's too late.
The others would be no match for our technological superiority. Their threat is negligible.
But it is not zero.
Perhaps. Therefore, I will grant your quest respect, in return of a favor. Forge will attend if you retrieve an artifact stolen from us. Find the culprit and mete out deserved punishment. They escaped through the southern gate. Access to our portal is restricted, so the thieves are still within 8-fold. Once you've retaken the artifact, well, you may hold on to it for the time being. It may be of assistance, after all. I expect it returned at the mountain.
If you're all such advanced warriors, why can't you find it yourself?
Why waste resources required elsewhere, when one such as yourself presents himself soon enough?
I'm not a simsort, beholden to the whims of pompous blowhards.
Yorick, my friend, some diplomacy, if you please. After all, we are envoys.
Forge takes no offense. We admire a fiery spirit. You would go far in the embrace of our augments.
I sense a bit of 40k mechanicus here.
No thanks. I prefer my meat the regular way. You know, soft, squishy, meaty, not ceramic scales and metallic limbs.
Meridian gives no reply and continues to tower imperiously. You decide it's time to depart.
Okay, south we have to go. West is probably the portal or the end of the city. Yeah, end of the city.
You stand at the courtyard garden of the Museum of Memory. Forge King sit on benches next to glittering fountains, conversing of mundane matters while enjoying the pleasant weather. A group of workers carry new items into the museum. The museum itself holds collections of relics of the past: tools, gadgets, jewelry, weapons, artifacts, remnants of forgotten conflicts, and obsolete technologies. 2 separate halls were built for the vestiges of lost biospheres, the flora and fauna, from Faloi, the destroyed homeland of centaurs, and the Golden Coast, the destroyed homeland of observers. An elderly centaur ambles down the central walkway. He stops at a memorial column, its surface covered with intricate carvings of the history of Faloi. At the base, he lays a bouquet of flowers, bright and solemn.
Okay, can't do much else here. Then we hop outside. There's the portal. And I guess westward it is.
These tracks by the signpost are messy.
Prior points westward.
You think the thief didn't head to the portal?
Prior may be right. Difficult to sneak by any guards. They're likely hiding in the wilderness.
Then let's head to the forest. Ready yourself, we may find a fight on our hand. That is probably right. And I would have gone westward, as she already said that going through the portal was impossible.
The fading path leads to a small clearing between the mountains. You see the figure of a puppet master, a creation of Phobos. She swirls around wildly, as if searching for something, not paying your approach any attention.
Where'd you drop it, you bonehead?
The puppet master shouts to the shadows of a grove. You squint your eyes to see what she's shouting at, but can't make out anything until a tiny bit of the grayness itself suddenly twitches. The gray emits a faint sound. The puppet master spins around to face you.
The artifact is mine. You will not get it!
A sensation of powerful magic gathers around her as she spreads her arms. Slowly, carefully, something clambers out of the darkness of the grove.
Oh, not one of these.
Yorick groans, his face turned ashen.
What do we have? Can't see. Okay, what is this? A thing and the puppet master. So that's movement and attack, okay, and this is a range. So what we do is we bring... And let's move him, come on. Move, move, move. And move. Oh, now I don't have an attack card for you, right? A movement card for you, that was stupid. Well, anyway. Retaliate, perfect. Ah, okay, that's what you wanted to do. Fine. Berserk for you. And what is feint without without a retaliation. And this one. Bam. And let's bring you up. Oh, he's coming for the range guy. Okay. Wanted to see if she can shoot me. Or if it's, yeah, it's close quarters attack. Okay. Fine, okay. Crippling. And then we move you. Is this a power bash? Let him come around. Where's the move? And now she shoots probably twice. Yep. But crippled. All fine. And now we do... Is he still under Berserker? Yes, he is. So we do a Berserker again. We do an attack. Come on, do it. And it's gone. No, it's not. So you have to do it. And now we have a move. Well, no need to move. She will shoot us anyway. 24. Yeah, sounds good. Looks good. Power bash for you on her. And then an attack from you. And a crippling. So, less damage from you. And next turn we should have it. Yeah, 2 damage is fine. This should be it.
Your foes lie defeated. The puppet master and the eerie thing no longer draw breath. Still, they signify the bind everyone on Aeol finds themselves in. Why would Phobos steal an artifact from Forge?
Nothing in their belongings. Guess they lost it.
Yeah, I think that's what she was yelling about when we arrived. The doll creature apparently misplaced it during their escape. Poor thing.
Or, you think so?
Yorick rubs the back of his neck, a puzzled look adorning his face.
There's just something about this monster, stuck in an increasingly small porcelain shell. Feels wrong.
Aye, well, you can say that about most of Phobos. It's what happens when magic is twisted for unnatural purposes.
Who says there's anything natural in magic? We're just accustomed to using it in one way or another, and everyone thinks their way is right. Never mind, let's go find that artifact. And there it is. Surprisingly.
There, hidden within the sea of leaves, you notice the glint of a metallic object. After brushing the organic detritus aside, you find the trident dagger. As you pick up the artifact, a faint swirl of magical energy passes through your hand.
And a bit of gold. And let's move in here. Commander, and there it is, the trident dagger equipped. And move on, we can now go to the gathering. Hop, hop, hop.
You found it. The artifact? Archdruid Meridian will be pleased to hear this. You may use the portal.
The Kemdi corporal salutes, then marches off to gather up his companion. This is it, dear emissary. Benefits to faction leaders have been rendered. They demanded favors in return of attending the gathering, an event meant to help all the peoples of Aeol. This very moment grants those in power a chance for diplomacy before discord slices too deep, and blood begins to spill across the land. Are they humble enough for it? The ancient ruin is a suitable location, of course. One hopes the collapsed walls and lost homes remind of what is at stake, what happens when the sword of retribution is let loose onto Aeol. And so, Mount Ishros await.
And through we go. There's an inn. Yes. Get another gold. And we move. Story ends here.
The path up the mountainside is blocked by a beast-like bee creature, the likes you've never seen before. The bumblebee stares with unblinking eyes, its limbs oddly stiff as it raises a spear. Behind it stand 2 familiar figures, a siren of anchorage with a Svain escort. The beast utters a strange noise.
What in the name of the 9 hells?
Prior, looking tense, signs a warning to Yorick. His other hand slowly moves towards his weapon.
Never had the opportunity to fight a monstrous bee before. Don't you dare think I'll miss this chance.
I have no idea what this is about. We have to be careful.
I'm not.
Ah, well, there ain't anything more careful than a mace to the skull.
Yorick stamps both feet to the ground, then bites down on a mushroom.
So there's a bee, there's something else, probably range, water. Yeah, that's range and that's melee. Melee, range. Okay, a siren. Can I do something? Trident dagger. What? Ah, here. Trident attacker costs 1 stamina. Ah, okay, that's done by fine. We move him here. We move you here. Ooh, that's just in range. Oops, my bad. Trident attack. 8, okay. You can do much with it, but you can go into Bursey. Ah, there's Trident, and there's Bursey, okay. What? They came this far? Crazy. Okay, let's move him back here. And you do the crippling attack on this. And then we do a power bash from you. Ah, you can't, okay. Then we do the trident attack. Why can't I assign it to... What is happening? Is he stuck? What is this? Oh, I'd like to see what this is. How can I see what this is? It seems like I can't move. And I can't do an attack. What is happening? Why? I have no way of seeing what this is. What is this? I guess I'm not even shooting back. What is happening? Now he can do something, hopefully. Trident attack by you to this. Yes. And a trident attack again. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Feint. And then you do an attack. Don't want to move him yet. What is this again? 13 and 11. Okay. Trident attack by you on this. Done. Then on this. You cannot move again. You are stuck probably. Okay. Seven. 3. Okay, it's going down. Let's see. Bursey, Trident, Power Bash. 10 only. Not much damage, to be honest. Okay, 3 and 3. Okay. Trident attack. Nice. So the bash does not even bring anything, as the trident is really the superior one. Oh, it's too faint. No hit back from her. Okay, why didn't we hit back? Anyway, kill it with the trident.
The trio of foes lie defeated, their blood coloring the frozen ground. You feel this encounter was an ill omen, to come across the kin of Anchorage so close to the end, here to disrupt the gathering, or just another outrage to fuel resentment. Prior taps the corpse of the bumble beast with a stick, a puzzled look on his face.
Trouble never seems to leave us be.
No time for second thoughts now, lass. We're almost at the ruins. Others will start arriving soon.
Let's hope so. The path is now clear at least. Onward then, and may Orma truly bless this day.
Become a believer in the Earth
At this point, I'll accept anything useful, divine intervention included. Can I heal up again? Oh, he's gone. Injured. Can I heal up? Wasn't there a heal? If I go back here, there it was. Should bring all of them back? Yes. Not fully, but enough. We're also nearing the end of the... Also way over an hour here.
Prominently displayed in the middle of the rune is the knot. Legend says the artifact bestows a cordial disposition on those in its presence. Even if the effect is untrue, it remains a powerful symbol for those seeking unity. Prior gazes at the legendary artifact, arms crossed, brow furrowed.
Trying to test if it works? If the stories are true?
Prior does a seesaw gesture with his hand, then signs a question at Yorick.
I'm already most cheerful, Prior. I can't go any farther. The world couldn't handle it.
Disregarding the answer, Prior turns his sight back to the knot, eyes narrowed. He rubs his jaw thoughtfully.
Come on, enough of that. We've preparations to do.
Prominently displayed.
Okay, and move in. That's the city.
A howling wind blows through the remnants of an ancient past, stirring up clouds of amber dust. Crumbling stone and rusting metal now signify the destroyed city of a long-forgotten civilization. You sit on a shattered slab of stone, waiting. Yorick gazes across the amphitheater, absent-mindedly chewing on a mushroom. Prior sits next to him, cleaning his weapon. A faint sound echoes across the broken pavement. Prior taps Yorick on the shoulder, then points at the entrance into the courtyard.
Finally! You're as bad at pathfinding as you are, Prior.
Prior rolls his eyes, places his weapon down, gets up, and prepares to welcome the arrival. The leaders of the factions, their retainers walking behind, appear through the gateway. A couple of suspicious looks get thrown between the groups, but all act courteous enough. Travel affairs are set in order. Guards fan out, finding optimal spots to look out for trouble. Commotion subsides as the four leaders sit on their stone-hewn seats. Silence follows. Yorick leans over to whisper.
Going well so far. They haven't immediately started killing each other. Or they're trying to recall all the things they want to blame on each other.
Shh, not the time to be a jester, Yorick.
Meridian the Machinist abruptly stands to address the other faction leaders.
Forge has been summoned here, presumably by one of you. Why, pray tell, when we have celestial goals to accomplish?
You presume much, flesh machine.
Silence again falls upon the ruin. Meridian's faceplate is fixed towards Ornir. Pico looks at the others, grinning.
Then this is time wasted. We will make our departure.
Yes, flee to your abhorrent ways. Your thoughtlessness is the downfall of all. Magic is heretical enough, but the way you twist it into yourself.
You have the nerve to condemn others, Ornir, leader of a band of murderous marauders who burn our forests and loot our land.
Beasts who lack sense must be subdued in the name of security. Your misbegotten magery is no less foul than that of Forge. The Council of Anchorage has issued a directive. Cease use of unapproved magic under punishment of death. For there to be peace, all factions must agree.
Who put your kind in charge, dictating what is appropriate? The weakness inherent in biology makes you redundant. Relics of a failed past.
Ha! We see you as the warning you are. Your forgotten nature will fuse the organic and violate the sacred balance with rotten artificiality. The future you promise is death incarnate.
Cease the prattle, worshipper of a dead god.
Gilded armor won't protect from fangs that rip out your soft throat.
Funny that the supposed Phoebian bad guys or magic users are the ones not talking so far.
None of you pose a threat to Forge. These quibbles are inconsequential.
A chilling cackle echoes through the ruin.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Attempts to delay the inescapable. Change is inevitable. The only path to survival is adaptation.
Trivial posturing. Retribution for your past deeds will be swift, dark creation. Our kin remember your slaughter. In return, Slomir will be cleansed.
The grin of the choir can't be seen, but is felt by everyone. The sky of eyes wink, meeting the challenge with mockery. You slowly lose track of the thread of accusations and grievances. The voices of the leaders grow louder, more belligerent. Your head begins to throb. Suddenly, you sense a strange vibration on your belt. It's the Trident dagger.
Oh, what's this?
Something
The dagger, it's... Hold on. This is bad, Yurik. Look at the knot.
The artifact in the courtyard vibrates intensely as its sections twist and grind against each other. Flashes of blinding light periodically flare out of its center. Realization hits you.
The knot is being overcharged. We are under attack. Run!
The leaders snap into attention. Everyone glances at the artifact. For a second, the world is a still image. Then all break into a run, heading for the gateway. Yorick and Pryor rush off to assist people in the escape. The Trident dagger emits a shrill, ear-piercing sound. You grab it from your belt and stare at its gleaming prongs. It feels like it's pulsating in your hand. You fling it away and turn to... The world turns white.
I think that was the intro, the tutorial in itself, a bit of something, and I think now begins the main part of the game. So, this was Broken Alliance. Thank you for watching. I hope you find it interesting, and maybe you want to play it, so have fun with it, and I will see you with something else. Bye bye.